Freck, becoming progressively more and more depressed by what was happening around him, decided finally to off himself. There was no problem in the circles where he hung out in putting an end to yourself. You just bought a large quantity of downers and took them with some cheap wine. The planning part had to do with the artifacts he wanted found on him by later archaeologists. He had spent several days deciding, much longer than he had spent deciding to kill himself. He would be found lying on his back, on his bed, with a copy of Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead, and an unfinished letter to Exxon, protesting the cancellation of his gas credit card. That way, he would indict the system and achieve something by his death, over and above what the death itself achieved.
Now the years fly past, I know my solitary state will take the borders that I face around my troubled soul. And when the time comes to fight, I know my cause is lost, but that does not mean I will not fly like a bird and take up to the skies. Turn and face the game of broken places built on lies. No set in a flawed system, and our freedom denied. And no more fat cats beating on our talent supply. The years fly past, I know my solitary state will take the borders that I face around my troubled soul. And when the time comes to fight, I know my cause is lost, but that does not mean I will not fly like a bird and take up to the skies. Turn and face the game of broken places built on lies. No set in a flawed system, and our freedom denied. And no more fat cats beating on our talent supply.
However, he had been burned. Instead of quietly suffocating, Charles Frank began to hallucinate. The next thing he knew, a creature from between dimensions was standing beside his bed, looking down at him disapprovingly.
You can read my sentence. It's gonna take 100,000 hours.
Your sins will be read to you ceaselessly in shifts throughout eternity. The list will never end. The sins of Frank.
Charles Frank wished he could take back the last half hour of his life.
The years fly past, I know my solitary state will take the borders that I face around my troubled soul. And when the time comes to fight, I know my cause is lost, but that does not mean I will not fly like a bird and take up to the skies. Turn and face the game of broken places built on lies. No set in a flawed system, and our freedom denied. And no more fat cats beating on our talent supply. The years fly past, I know my solitary state will take the borders that I place around my troubled soul. And when the time comes to fight, I know my cause is lost, but that does not mean I will not fly like a bird and take up to the skies. Turn and face the brigade of a broken place that's built on lies. No set in a flawed system, and our freedom's denied. And no more fat cats feeding on the time.